Hey guys, welcome to the I'm Kovic.
And I'm Bruce Greene.
And we're talking about Tony Hawk, and what a wonderful game it is.
Take that, Riley. Well, if you've been waiting 13 years for another numbered Tony Hawk, you're probably having a very bad day today.
Yeah, well, at least it's not a plastic skateboard that comes. Anyway, that's enough for an intro for you. It looks like Tony Hawk just pulled a front slide 900 glitch fest. Oh!
That's a skate joke.
Welcome back to the X Games, everybody.
Seriously, though, the game is looking like a total mess. Normally, we'd kick it over to Metacritic at this point to give you guys a rundown of the reviews, but there aren't any.
Yeah, strange, right? Well, there is one from Hardcore Gamer. And that is about it. They gave it a 2 out of 5.
That's not, I mean, that's what is that, 40%?
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
In the skate world, that's a gold.
F.
Yeah. That's a gold medal.
That's because, unlike most games, review outlets didn't get advanced copies of the game to evaluate ahead of time.
We wonder why.
There's a reason.
Yeah, strange. It's almost like someone didn't want people knowing the state of the game before it hit store shelves.
Yeah, even though there aren't full-scale reviews for the game out yet, the internet moves fast.
Very fast, like a skateboard. The internet loves a soft target to pick on, and Pro Skater 5 provided generous fodder.
Lawrence, you've been poring over all those videos and GIFs, right?
They're pretty great. Gosh, basically every social media site and blog has just scads of media showing exactly how busted this game is. It shows the Hawkman flying through the air without gravity and clipping right through the ground like the majestic animal he is.
That sounds awesome.
He was the first one to do a 1080.
And somehow it gets even worse. Not only is the game apparently unfinished, but it sets new standards for incompleteness. According to the Games Cabin, the download size for the game is just 4.6 gigabytes.
Okay.
But it has a day one patch that clocks in at 7.7 gigabytes.
It's like they forgot to develop half the game.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lawrence. Have you never patched a game?
Wow, so if you decide to buy the game, set aside some download time to get that patch squeezed on down.
Yeah, it's gonna take a day. Maybe you can learn how to actually skate in the meantime. Try that one trick where you kick the board away and you float in the air like there's no gravity.
On to the real question, how the hell did this happen?
Lawrence, take it away.
I mean, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater used to be a huge franchise. The first game spawned an entire genre of extreme sports titles ranging from Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX to SSX to the venerable BMX XXX.
Yeah.
Truly the highlight in the gaming industry.
Just not realizing how many of those titles have X in there somewhere.
You bet, it's extreme.
This is the fucking 90s, dude. You get away with that shit.
What does VMS SXX stand for on porn sites, Adam?
I don't know.
Big musical xylophones. Xylophones.
The answer may lie with a licensing agreement signed a very long time ago. Activision announced a partnership with Tony Hawk on July 23rd, 2002, detailing an exclusive multi-year video game licensing agreement that expires in 2015.
Hey, Bruce, what year is it today?
It is 2015.
We did it. We all lived this long.
It's possible Activision wanted one last cash out before their exclusive deal with Tony Hawk expired, so they popped a 5 on the end of a half-finished game to fully burn the franchise out before they lost control of it.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Man, you're describing the coolest trick. Or maybe, actually, they are considering renewing the brand.
No.
Maybe they want to do one last market test for the game, see if there was still any sales power there. I think because they're putting out Guitar Hero and Tony Hawk this year, they wanted to see if it is still year the 2007.
Yeah, that's
what did I say?
Year 2007.
I know what you meant. If Pro Skater 5 sells well enough, maybe Activision will be motivated to pursue a renewal. Lawrence, do you think that's even a possibility?
Maybe. If they were to do something like that, I think they would actually give it an honest effort, not really Pro Skater 5, which, you know, all credit to Robomoto, it's hard to make a video game, so I feel for you guys, but
sure.
This is, like, to call it 5 seems to imply something. It seems that they wanted to say, like, yes, this is the next big one, everybody buy it. So either they were just testing to see how well slapping a 5 on the front of a cover could do for sales.
Sure.
And I could see them being like, okay, we'll do a renewal, but we'll let this shit cool off for a while. We'll renew it for another decade. We're not going to make a Tony Hawk for another 3 years, and then we'll actually try again. I mean, maybe. Activision's been around for a long time. They have a long-term mindset. I could see that happening in some way, but I think they're shooting themselves in the foot, obviously, releasing a product like this with that kind of branding on it.
Yeah, and odds are we'll probably never know the full story behind the development and release of the product, because that stuff's usually, you know, shrouded in secrecy.
Yeah, regardless, this is yet another example of the power of being patient. You don't have to buy games on launch day, even if you are very excited enough to pre-order them.
In the meantime, though, there's probably going to be hours worth of entertaining content there on YouTube for you to enjoy.
There absolutely will be. Just keep your ear to the ground for launch day videos, and you'll be able to tell pretty quickly if a game is worth your time and money.
Hold on though, is this Tony Hawk that much worse than those other Tony Hawks?
Not much, no.
No, I mean, they were all relatively glitchy and like you did crazy shit and the physics were all broken. I mean, like, that's kind of what made the games fun.
So it's kind of an actual successor to those games.
I would think so.
I don't know. I think people have the rose-tinted glasses on. They're thinking, oh, remember the great old days when it was called Thug.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Thug 2. And then Project 8. And then
American Wasteland.
American
Are we
Wasteland.
talking about skate games now? or-
No, these are all Tony Hawk
These
names.
Offspring album names?
Downhill Jam.
Yeah.
That was never in a Tony Hawk game.
I want to know more abbreviations. I don't care about
More
what you're-
abbreviations. I mean, there's so many.
Such as?
Hold on.
mean-
Let's see here.
I like when two.
Well, we know what A2M
I like
and
when
DVD
two
is.
attractive naked people have sex.
Yeah, I like that
I don't
too.
know what that makes me.
A&P. You're into A&P.
BBC, Big Black Cock.
HPNS.
You like the high quality stuff though. For me, fuzzier the better. Like, I wanna see,
DDF,
like,
Drug and
less.
Disease
You want,
Free.
like 70s Harry porn.
Lawrence is
No.
saying something I'm sure we need to hear.
Wait, RTS, real time sex. Is it turn based sex? What the hell?